Today's topic is this is the third day of my ZMC season 1. So I will be talking about a topic which I think isn't much discussed in our society. Lately, it has started to become a part of our regular discussion, but earlier it wasn't. You might have guessed what this topic I am talking about. It is mental health and the well-being. So I have made a presentation on that, and let's jump into that. So the title of our topic is the importance of mental health and the well-being. We'll see what all we have to cover today. We'll start with the introduction to that. Then we will see the impacts of mental health on physical health and on relationships. Thereafter, we will see what is the correlation between mental health and happiness. After that, we'll also get to see some of the common disorders or disease. We can't classify it as disease, but yeah, kind of disorders of mental health. Then we will see some of the solutions, and after that, we will conclude with a summary. Okay, so let's start with the introduction. So, how medical science defines mental health is mental health refers to our online psychology, emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It is crucial to our overall well-being. So basically, it defines it as mental health is how our emotional, social, and psychological well-being is, and what it says is we need to prioritize each of them for our better relationship, physical health, and overall quality of life. Now let's see what are the impacts of physical mental health on physical health. We have 4 points here. Also, although it's more than four, but we have to cut it short. So the very first is increased risk of chronic disease. So before discussing what it is, I will start with discussing what a chronic disease itself is. Chronic disease, as medical science defines, it is a disease which takes more than a year of medical attention or medical treatment, comes under the category of chronic disease, like our sorry, like our heart disease or lung disease uh, or many other diseases. You can name them. So our mental health has a great impact on that too. If our mental health is not that good or sound, then there's a high risk of getting a chronic disease. Sleep disturbances is quite common. We must also have faced this. Whenever we have kind of a stress for some reason or not, we feel sleep disturbances quite a lot. Uh, it needs not no further explanation. I think most of you would be aware of this sleep disturbances and what this actually does. Then pain, yes, pain. Pain is also a part of mental health problems on physical health. Pain includes, if I'll give an example, you might relate to that, like headaches and headaches and things like that. Then the last one is unhealthy coping mechanism. See, we have whenever we have mental health issues, we try to cope up with that with whatever we have. So in the meantime, we start to cope up with some unhealthy practices, like taking alcohol, doing drugs, and things like that. This is very bad. So these are some of the impacts of physical health on mental health. Now we'll see how it impacts our relationship. You might have sometimes faced communication difficulties when you are not quite feeling well in a day or in a day. So these are all the signs of impact on relationship of mental health issues. So communication difficulty, social withdrawal, negative emotions, changes in behaviors, all these come under the umbrella of impacts on relationship due to bad mental health. I think there's no need to elaborate each of them. It is quite evident with the lines itself, with the bullet points. We can infer what it says. Next, we'll see what is the correlation of mental health and happiness. See, happiness plays a great role in our overall mental health and well-being. How? You will ask. First, it generates positive emotions. Whenever you are happy, you take things in a very lighter way and enjoy what you do. So in that way, our mental health becomes quite great. It helps in overall well-being. Coping mechanism, coping mechanism also improves. Like we start doing yoga and meditation and things like that. Self-esteem, because self-esteem has a lot of role to play in mental health. So when we are happy, our own morale, our own ground of being uplifts. We adore ourselves, we like ourselves, we accept ourselves. So this is how mental health happiness is, helps you build a good self-esteem. Engagement is also another factor. When you are happy, you tend to make friends, talk to people, and learn new things. All these things, some way or the other, help you cope up with, or not cope up, I will say, in some way or the other, help you make your mental health good. Now we'll see what are the common mental health disorders. There are four I have listed here, though a lot more are there. First one is depression. We are all aware of this. Depression is when you over stress or overthink, or just stay a lot calm. These are the things which come under depression. Anxiety disorder is when you fear about the thing, when you worry a lot, when you can't get over a thought. These conditions come under anxiety disorders. Bipolar is when you are for some time you are maniac, and for the other you are very active and proactive. So these you have, as the name suggests, the bipolar. So there are two poles, there are two ways you are thinking. One, when you are very happy, as you can see through the image also, that it's a blend of mood disorders. Actually, it's kind of mood disorder. Sometimes you are very happy, sometimes you are very unhappy. This kind of disorders come under bipolar. Schizophrenia is actually a major mental health disease. It requires a lot of attention. Like in this uh, in this type of medical health issues, you sometimes hear, you have sometimes hallucinations, you hear words and things which needs a lot of care and medical attention. So these are some of the common mental health disorders. Now let's talk about the steps that should be taken or to be taken. First, as always, whenever there's a problem, we need to recognize the problem. And how we'll do that? We'll talk to mental health professionals. Then what to do? Seek professional help. We should meet psychiatrists. We should develop a treatment plan with them. We should follow what the steps they say to take care of our mental health. We should take proper medication. All these come under seeking the professional help. Next is practice self-care. Yes, this is one of the most important thing. Even if you are not somebody who has bad mental health, or have any kind of problem, you should practice self-care. And what comes under self-care? Things like living joyfully, doing meditation and yoga, meeting new people, spending time in nature. All this comes under self-care. Next is connecting with friends. So connecting with friends is a very important thing in our mental health, because when you meet people, you get to see a lot of perspectives out there. You know how people behave, how people do, how what people think about you. You get to know also the happiness and unhappiness of them. So all these cumulatively makes you mentally strong. Then you just stay engaged in treatment. Yeah, as everything takes time, this also does. So you need to be very calm and composed, and have faith in that one day or the other this mental health disorder will also go away. So these are the steps that one should take to cope up with mental health issues. So as Roman and Spencer has put it very straight and way, that mental health is not a destination but a process. It's all about how you drive, not where you are going. So it means is we have to give the consistent focus, or consistent thought, or consistent, uh, you can say, consistent approach towards mental health. It's not like you give time to mental health today and then you don't do that for the next 2 weeks and then you start doing again. It's not like that. You have to be consistent in this. So to summarize things up, basically, mental health is crucial for our overall well-being. It makes us happy. It builds our relationship. It helps us in coping disorders and doing things. So with this, I think I have covered a lot of ground today, and I hope it was kind of uh, helpful to you, and it was to me at least. So with this, I will end my share, and thanks for being here.